Good morning, guys. Quadratic equation part 10. Thank you for your like, your comments, and your share. So we're on quadratic formula. This is straightforward. This is simple. All you just need to know is just to, um, learn by heart the quadratic, formula, which we also known as the almighty formula. So we're dealing with these two equations because it's straightforward. Okay. You can also have fractions. Don't forget, beside each of the coefficient. The coefficient here is what? X. The coefficient here is also X. Like I've told you, it can be M. It can be any alphabet in A to Z. Okay. I can decide to use Z here. I can decide to use K here. So it's still the same thing when you see such. Okay. So now here I can just say all I just need to do is to find X to just be x equals to our normal quadratic formula minus b almighty formula plus or minus, that's b square minus 4ac over 2a. So that is the almighty formula that we know. And don't forget, from the general quadratic equation, as square plus bx plus c equals 0. And here you should note that in part 9 we've been able to derive the quadratic formula using this general quadratic equation. So if you know you've not been able to go through all those quadratic, and please, all those quadratic parts, go through all of them so that you can understand better what we're trying to say. So now if I compare this, let's see, this one is equation 1, the question. This one is equation 2, okay, which is the general quadratic equation. So what you will now do is what? You compare 1 and 2, okay? You compare 1 and 2. Look at this coefficient here. The coefficient here carries power 2. The coefficient here carries power 2. So it means that a here is equal to what? 2. So that implies a is equal to 2, okay? Now, the coefficient here carry power, that's power 1. Anything raised to power 1 is that thing. So it's only x. This one too has x. So it means that b equals what? 7. Okay? So now look at this, has no coefficient at all. This is c, has no coefficient. This one too has no coefficient. If you look at it very well, it means that my c is equals to minus 3. Please don't miss that minus. Had it been this place is plus, now you see c is equals to 3. Look at this one is plus, this one is plus, okay? But this one is plus, this one is minus. It means plus times minus is what? Minus. Make sure you don't miss that minus, very key. I intentionally picked this so that you can see. So if it is plus, it's straightforward. I believe we can't make any mistake. But here now, it means that c will be equals to minus 3. So what you just need to do now is that you can now put your put all this value in the almighty formula. Okay, you can put all this value in the almighty formula. So which implies, is very straightforward. S equals, what is my b? My b is what? 7. So it means I will say minus 7 plus or minus, my b is what? 7. That's 7 square minus 4. What is my a? My a is what? 2. What is my c? Look at it here, my c. So then after getting your c to be minus 3, then it means everything will be over 2. What is your a? A is what? 2. Okay, so that is very straightforward. You can see this now. So it means this one will be what? Minus 7 plus or minus, what is 7 square? 7 square is, like 7 times 7, that's in this is 49. Okay, now this is 4 times 2, 8. 8 times 3, 24. So this is minus what? 24. Don't forget the minus. There's a minus here. Over what? 2 times 2, that is 4. This is what? Minus 7 plus or minus, that's 49. Don't forget, I've mentioned it in one of the parts, either part 1 or part 2. Okay, one of the notes, minus times minus is what? Plus. So this is plus 24 over 4. You see that it's very simple. It's just like chin chin and what? Pure water. So if you have this is what? That is 9, that's 13, 13, 5. That's what? 73, if I'm not mistaken. So 9 plus 4, that is 13. Carry 1. 5. You can press your calculator. Plus this, that's 73. Divided by what? 4. So if you look at this one here, so you know this one is minus 7 plus or minus. This implies that my x can either be equal to minus 7 plus root 73 over 4, okay, or x equals minus 7 minus root 73 over 4. So that is the answer. But look, if you look at the option very well, and the option did not leave the answer in short form, you can press your calculator. Okay, you can press the calculator for root 73. So when you do that, you can say minus 7 plus the answer divided by 4. You get your answer in decimal. They can say in 2 decimal place, in 3 decimal place. That one is very simple. I believe you should be able to understand that. But if we have time, we can touch base on decimal. So this one is same thing as minus 7. Get your root 73. After getting your root 73, then you can say minus 7 minus the answer. Then you divide it by 4. That will give you your answer in decimal place. So it's as simple as that. So we've taken care of that for the first time. So then this is we are dealing with number 2 now. This is straightforward. So we're not dwelling too much on quadratic formula. So it's very straightforward. But I can assure you that you know, you see like 4 to 5 questions, you know, in past questions on yearly basis. Okay. So now in this case, we are also using okay, let me from here, since it's just you know, it's just what, let's change this one. Instead of us using x, we can change it to m, so that it won't look like we're using the same value, m square, m. Okay, so m square minus 5m plus 4 equals 0. So it means here, and I'll now say my m equals minus b plus or minus b square minus 4ac over 2a. Okay, so which is the same thing. So in this case, I can now say that yes, my this will now be a m square plus bm plus c equals what? 0. Like I've told you, that it's not compulsory that this one will be what? S square. Okay, you can use any alphabet from A to Z. I can decide to use L. I can decide to use N. N for Nigeria, L for Lagos. I can decide to use any alphabet. So that was why I decided to change this one to m square. So from here, if you compare equation, let's name equation 1, this one equation 2. Okay, so compare 1 and 2. Okay, so when you compare 1 and 2, so that implies I just wanted to show this so that you can see what I mean by compare. Am square is equals to m square. That is the meaning. So it means that m square will cancel m square. Okay, then a will be equals to 1. That is the meaning of compare. Okay, I'm just trying to simplify further. So look at this one too. You are still comparing 1 and 2. That's plus bm equals minus 5m. M will cancel m. Okay, it shows that b is equals to what? Minus 5. That is compare. Okay, so the last alphabet, which is c, it means plus c equals what? Plus 4. So which implies that c is equals to what? 4. So that is a equals 1, b equals minus 5, then c equals what? 4. It's as simple as that. Then you go to your almighty formula back. So I can now say my m will now be, what is my minus, what is my b? My b is what? That's minus 5 plus or minus, what is my b? Minus 5 square minus 4 What is my A? 1. What is my C? My C is what? 4. All over 2. What is my A? My A is what? My A is 1. It's as simple as that. So it means that from here, I can now say, look at this, minus times minus, that is plus. I've mentioned this in part 2 or part 3 in quadratic equation. Very important. Minus times minus, that is plus. So you have 5 plus or minus. This one is the same thing as what? 25 minus 5 times minus 5. Minus times minus is plus. 5 times 5 is what? 25. So this one is 4 times 1, 4. 4 times 4, 16. That's 16 all over what? 2. So it means that my m equals 5 plus or minus 25 minus 16. That is what? Square root of 9 over what? 2. So which implies m is equal to 5 plus or minus what? Square root of 9 is what? 3 over what? 2. That implies m equals 5 plus 3 over 2, or 5 minus 3 over 2. So which means that this is what? 8 over 2 or 2 over 2. So it means that this one is what? 4. 2 here 1, 2 here 4, or 1. So this implies that m equals 4 or 1. It's as simple as that. So that is using quadratic formula. So it means that after this, we'll be moving to roots of equation, which is the last part in quadratic equation. So I will call it, we call it the end of quadratic equation, which is also termed as algebraic process. And please, like I said, if you have neighbors, if you have cousins, if you have friends, or you have young minds around you that you know that yes, they are still in school, we are taking this math problem, this general math problem, to them, to their comfort zone. All they just need to do is just to have internet connections on their phones, or perhaps as a parent, you can share your phones with them. Let them listen to it, let them learn it, and become best in mathematics. Mathematics is very good, it's very important, it's going to help them in various ways. Okay, so let them connect, let them learn, because by the time we're done, it's something that they can make reference to anytime on the Facebook. So please continue to like, continue to comment, continue to share, because the more you share, the more we reach a lot of young minds that are having issues with mathematics. So that they can see that mathematics is very simple and it's just like chin chin and pure water. Thank you very much. Cheers.